Are your legs growing weaker, heavier, or more agonizing with each passing day? Have you noticed that even the simplest actions, standing, walking, or climbing stairs, are becoming increasingly arduous? If so, you must heed this warning. What I am about to unveil in this video may send chills down your spine. It could reveal the sinister reasons behind your plight. This revelation includes certain perilous foods that you might be consuming daily, along with 2 vitamins shockingly deemed essential, yet secretly wreaking havoc on your body. A combination of elements that is literally sapping the strength from your legs. Yes, those vitamins that everyone insists are beneficial could be rendering your muscles feeble, straining your joints, and leaving your legs unsteady, uncomfortable, and exposed to danger. The most chilling aspect is that these threats are lurking in plain sight within your everyday life. Every sip and every morsel could be nurturing the very weakness you are experiencing, but it doesn't end there. The 2 vitamins you may be taking right now will truly astonish you. While you think you are safeguarding yourself and fortifying your bones by purchasing these supplements, you are, in fact, hastening muscle loss and undermining the strength of your legs. This video from Health Wisdom will unveil the grim truth behind these pills and foods. You will uncover the real culprits behind that persistent fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and pain. Most crucially, you will learn precisely what to avoid and what changes to implement starting today to reclaim your strength, vitality, and independence. Do you wish to preserve strong legs for years to come and navigate the treacherous path of aging with health? Please stay with me until the end. 15. Sweets and sugary desserts. Traditionally, desserts and sweets have been linked to comfort and enjoyment. However, after the age of 60, these treats can turn into hidden adversaries for your leg health. Overindulging in refined sugar can trigger inflammatory responses throughout your body, especially affecting muscles and joints. This ongoing inflammation can make your legs more sensitive, painful, and susceptible to deterioration. Additionally, there is a direct relationship between sugar intake and increased insulin resistance, which drains muscular energy. When muscles do not have enough energy, they weaken and become less effective. Consuming sugar also leads to weight gain, which adds extra strain on your legs. Each additional pound requires more effort from your lower body muscles and joints, resulting in increased wear and tear, discomfort, and weakness in your lower extremities. This is particularly alarming for older adults who naturally experience muscle mass loss with age. Moreover, sugar boosts the production of toxins in your body, which exacerbates inflammatory responses. The greater the inflammation, the more challenging it becomes to maintain functional and strong legs. Did you know that sugar has a direct effect on blood circulation? Excessive consumption raises the risk of vascular issues, limiting blood flow to your lower limbs. Poor circulation means that leg muscles receive fewer oxygen and nutrients, which impedes tissue regeneration and slows muscle recovery. That fleeting moment of dessert enjoyment might come at a significant cost to your health. In addition to metabolic effects, sweets are devoid of essential nutrients necessary for muscle health, such as proteins and magnesium. In other words, you are consuming calories that provide little nutritional value, which can weaken your body instead of strengthening it. As you age, this kind of unbalanced diet can speed up the loss of muscle mass, a major factor that affects mobility. If you notice your legs becoming weaker, the reason might be as simple as that slice of cake or pie. What appears to be a harmless indulgence could be jeopardizing your strength and independence. Additionally, most commercially made sweets contain chemical additives such as artificial colors and preservatives that can exacerbate inflammation. These substances disturb your body's natural equilibrium and have a direct impact on your muscular system. When combined with sugar, they form a particularly detrimental health combination. Transitioning to natural alternatives, such as fruit sprinkled with cinnamon or homemade desserts with less sugar, represents a significant improvement. You can still enjoy sweets, just make more informed choices that respect your body, your legs, and taste buds will appreciate it. Fried foods, like French fries, may be tempting, but the harm they cause to your body after the age of 60 is significant. High in trans and saturated fats, these foods increase inflammatory markers throughout your body. This inflammation seeps into your muscles and joints, rendering your legs rigid, amplifying discomfort, and rendering them vulnerable to injury. The grease from fried foods chokes off blood flow, complicating the delivery of oxygen to your muscles. Poor circulation drains your body of its healing capabilities and stunts its strength, Fried foods also create blockages in blood vessels, further suffocating the essential nutrients that should nourish your leg muscles. Over time, this insidious process erodes your body's structural integrity and hastens the decay of your joints. Among the primary offenders are sinister delights like donuts, chicken nuggets, and French fries. Before we delve deeper, I urge you to share your thoughts with me today. Leave a comment below and feel free to ask questions. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and activate notifications to receive the most chilling health insights from Health Wisdom. If you're watching now, I want to know you're with me. Type 1 if this video resonates with you, 0 if it doesn't. When indulged in regularly, these treacherous foods overwhelm your skeletal and circulatory systems. The fleeting pleasure of their taste pales in comparison to the health devastation they wreak. Have you felt how, after a meal laden with fried foods, your legs grow heavier and more painful? Your body is crying out against the onslaught of harmful fats. The prolonged digestion of these foods drains your energy reserves, leaving your muscles starved. This dietary habit may directly manifest as debilitating leg fatigue. Moreover, the habitual consumption of fried foods has been linked to weight gain, further intensifying the burden on your lower limbs. Breaking this habit can be profoundly difficult, yet it is essential. Fried foods are not only low in nutritional value, offering scant vitamins, minerals, and proteins that genuinely support muscle strength, but they also contribute to an unsettling imbalance that can lead to muscle loss. As muscle diminishes, the legs lose their stability and firmness, making it harder to bear weight, ascend stairs, or walk with confidence. Steering clear of fried foods is one of the few simple steps that can help safeguard your mobility and independence. Transitioning from fried foods to healthier cooking methods can be a lifeline for your legs. Similarly, white bread, often a staple for breakfast and snacks, poses significant risks to your body, especially after the age of 60. Crafted from refined flour, it loses most of its fiber and vital nutrients during processing, resulting in a carbohydrate that is quickly absorbed and causes spikes in blood glucose levels. These fluctuations can severely affect muscle health, particularly in the legs, leading to fatigue and weakness. Regular intake fosters a metabolic imbalance. With its low fiber content and high glycemic index, white bread also heightens insulin resistance, hindering glucose from entering muscle cells and diminishing the energy and strength needed for everyday tasks. As your legs receive less energy, maintaining muscle firmness becomes increasingly challenging, often resulting in muscle loss, a common issue as we age. In this context, white bread transforms from a seemingly harmless food into a source of distress, its effects reaching far beyond mere glucose concerns. The less energy your legs receive, the harder it becomes to keep your muscles firm. This can lead to muscle mass loss, which is quite common as we age. In this context, white bread shifts from being a neutral food to a problematic one. Its impact goes beyond just glucose levels. A diet low in proteins and minerals, like one that includes white bread, fails to adequately support muscle recovery. To combat sarcopenia, or the progressive loss of muscle, older adults require increased protein intake. Relying on white bread daily, while ignoring other protein sources, is a mistake that gradually weakens your body. This can lead to legs that feel weak, fatigued, and unstable. In addition to lacking nourishment, white bread can contribute to weight gain, particularly when consumed with butter, cheese, or sugary toppings. Extra weight adds strain to legs that are already more vulnerable in later life, leading to pain, inflammation, and a higher risk of injury. Instead of aiding mobility, white bread can hinder it. Each bite may seem innocuous, but the long-term effects of poor dietary choices can be quite damaging. Fortunately, there are many healthier and more beneficial alternatives available. Whole grain breads, especially those that are naturally fermented or made with grains like oats, flaxseed, and rye, offer valuable fibers and nutrients. These options can indirectly support muscle health, enhance digestion, and help stabilize blood sugar levels. When paired with proteins and healthy fats, such as eggs or avocado, they create well-rounded meals. You don't have to eliminate bread from your diet. Just opt for better choices. Stay tuned. In the upcoming Health Wisdom video, you'll learn about the 2 worst vitamins that can negatively affect your legs. Alcoholic beverages cast a dark shadow over health, especially as the years creep by. As one ages, particularly beyond the age of 60, the consumption of these potent drinks becomes a treacherous gamble. The body's ability to metabolize alcohol wanes, amplifying its sinister effects. One of the most alarming consequences is the impaired absorption of essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these crucial elements, muscles weaken and bones turn fragile, increasing the risk of fractures and falls that can lead to dire outcomes. Moreover, alcohol acts as a malevolent force against muscle repair. After any physical exertion, the body finds itself in a prolonged battle to mend tissues, resulting in lingering pain, relentless fatigue, and a heightened risk of injury. Dehydration, a cruel companion of alcohol, saps muscle flexibility and invites excruciating leg cramps. The liver, burdened by the weight of alcohol, struggles to produce vital compounds necessary for tissue health, further deepening the descent into physical decline. The connection between drinking and weight gain looms large, as these calorie-laden beverages encourage the accumulation of belly fat. Even in moderation, this excess weight places an unbearable strain on the legs and joints, crippling mobility. Coupled with the inevitable loss of muscle mass that accompanies aging, the consequences can be devastating, robbing one of the ability to move freely and enjoy life. Have you ever noticed how your body awakens, weary and aching, after a night of indulgence? This is a grim reminder of the toll alcohol exacts on your muscles and joints. Regular consumption elevates inflammatory levels, intensifying discomfort and extinguishing the desire for physical activity. As time drags on, this insidious habit slowly erodes your body's capacity to stay active and vibrant, revealing a grim truth about two vitamins that may be sapping the strength from your legs. Processed meats, often a staple in many people's lives for their convenience, conceal dire threats to leg health, especially as one ages. Laden with sodium and chemical preservatives, items like bacon, ham, and sausages incite chronic inflammation that spreads like a shadow throughout the body. This relentless inflammation gnaws at joints, inflicting unending pain on leg muscles, ankles, and knees, the very foods that many consume. Moreover, processed meats carry another sinister flaw: their high saturated fat content. This fat chokes off blood flow to the muscles, elevates harmful cholesterol levels, and disrupts circulation. Such poor blood supply starves leg muscles of essential nutrients and oxygen, crippling their ability to repair and sustain themselves. The outcome is a slow but certain deterioration of the lower limbs, ultimately shackling one's ability to perform even the simplest daily tasks. To make matters worse, these foods contribute to a toxic buildup within the body, placing an unbearable strain on the liver and kidneys, organs vital for filtering out harmful substances. When these toxins accumulate, they lead to debilitating muscle fatigue. The preservatives lurking in processed meats have also been linked to disruptions in glucose metabolism, robbing muscles of the energy they desperately need. Once more, the sensation creeps into the legs, manifesting as an unyielding weight and relentless fatigue. While the elderly may gravitate towards these options for their ease, it is crucial to intensify dietary vigilance at this vulnerable stage of life. The price of sacrificing quality of life can be steep indeed. Opting for nourishing proteins like eggs, chicken, fish, and lean cuts of beef is a vital first step in preserving muscular strength and overall health. Simple yet profound changes can alter the course. Swap bacon for avocado or olive oil, replace sausage with cooked eggs, and trade ham for shredded chicken breast. With these adjustments, your body begins to awaken. Legs feel lighter, almost liberated. The balance between indulgence and longevity, between fleeting pleasure and enduring life, is a delicate yet necessary exchange. Then there are instant noodles. They may appear to be the ideal quick fix for those craving convenience, but their effects on the body, especially after the age of 60, are troubling. Primarily made of refined flour and laden with chemical additives, this fast meal offers scant nutritional benefit. It is a calorie-dense concoction, woefully low in fiber, proteins, and essential micronutrients, crucial elements for maintaining muscle mass. Over time, such a diet can lead to a grim decline in leg strength and mobility. One of the most alarming aspects of instant noodles is their staggering salt content. A single serving can exceed half of your daily sodium allowance. This excessive sodium fosters fluid retention, resulting in swollen, aching legs. It also elevates blood pressure, obstructing the vital flow of blood to the muscles, leaving them starved and weakened. Impaired circulation leads to muscle tissue that is starved, frail, and sluggish in its recovery from exertion. The ominous chemical additives lurking within the flavoring packets, accompanying the noodles, raise further alarms. Preservatives, artificial colors, and monosodium glutamate are often implicated in chronic inflammatory responses. Even the slightest inflammation can hinder joint function and hasten the decay of muscle. Over time, this manifests as a growing frequency of discomfort, stiffness, and limitations in mobility for those who indulge in such fare. The repercussions on metabolism are equally dire. A deficiency in fiber elevates the glycemic index of the noodles, causing blood sugar levels to spike. This glycemic volatility disrupts insulin activity, thwarting the muscle's ability to harness energy effectively. When energy intake falters, muscles swiftly succumb to weakness and fatigue. A poor diet can turn a simple stroll to the store into a harrowing ordeal. As for industrially produced cakes, they may waft the scent of youth and deliver a taste of joy, yet they harbor ingredients that can severely compromise leg health, especially in later years, bursting with processed sugars, hydrogenated fats, and synthetic preservatives that wreak havoc on metabolism and irritate the body. These treats are particularly insidious. Sugar disrupts insulin function and fosters the accumulation of body fat, leading not only to excess weight, but also to a metabolic landscape that is hostile to maintaining muscular strength. The presence of trans fats, designed to enhance flavor and prolong shelf life, adds another layer of danger as the body struggles to cope with these harmful substances. Sugar disrupts insulin function and encourages the accumulation of body fat, leading not only to weight gain but also to a metabolic environment that hinders the maintenance of muscle strength. A significant concern with these cakes is the inclusion of trans fats, which are added to improve flavor and extend shelf life. These unhealthy fats decrease good cholesterol levels, while increasing bad cholesterol, which can impair blood circulation. Poor blood flow deprives leg muscles of essential nutrients, resulting in deterioration over time. This deterioration can manifest as a loss of lean mass, joint stiffness, and potential mobility issues. The regular intake of commercially produced cakes is also linked to chronic inflammation, a major contributor to muscle weakness and joint pain. Ingredients like emulsifiers, stabilizers, and artificial colors can negatively impact the immune system, triggering inflammatory responses that primarily affect the joints and the legs. The consequences are often increased discomfort, diminished mobility, and a cycle of inactivity that accelerates muscle loss. While these cakes may be tempting, they are devoid of nutritional value. They are calorie-dense yet lack crucial nutrients such as protein, calcium, and magnesium, which are essential for maintaining muscle and bone health. Consistently consuming such foods is akin to fueling your body with tainted gasoline. In this analogy, your muscles are the engine, struggling to function properly, leading to failures, fatigue, and sluggishness. Often, the pursuit of convenience leads us to make unwise choices. However, preparing homemade cakes with whole flours, fruits, and natural oils can be just as easy as buying pre-made options, offering a healthier alternative. The difference lies in the long-term effects this choice will have on your body. As you begin to retrain your taste buds, your muscles may gain some firmness and vitality, but the journey is fraught with challenges. Stay connected with Health Wisdom for insights that could change your life. However, consider the reality of ultra-processed cheeses. While they may seem appealing and easy to enjoy, products like spreads, processed slices, and melted cheeses carry significant risks. For those striving to keep their leg strength after turning 60, the high sodium and saturated fat content in these foods can adversely affect both the muscular and vascular systems. Sodium leads to fluid retention and elevated blood pressure, while saturated fat compromises the flexibility of blood vessels, hindering circulation. This troubling combination can leave your legs feeling bloated, heavy, and uncomfortable. Moreover, ultra-processed cheeses often contain preservatives and phosphates that disrupt the body's mineral balance. Two essential minerals, calcium and magnesium, crucial for muscle contraction and bone health, are particularly impacted. When these minerals are not absorbed properly, the body may exhibit signs of muscle fatigue, joint pain, and even cramps at night. The leg muscles, being large and frequently engaged, are often the first to signal distress. Additionally, these cheeses are devoid of quality proteins. Unlike artisanal cheeses that maintain their nutritional integrity, ultra-processed options are subjected to industrial processes that strip away their nutritional value. Consequently, Even though you may be consuming calories, your body is deprived of the amino acids necessary to preserve muscle mass. The loss of muscle is a significant contributor to functional decline and increased dependency as we age, casting a shadow over the journey of growing older. Have you ever felt the oppressive weight settling in your body after indulging in a meal laden with processed foods? This sensation is all too real, a sinister consequence of the demineralizing and inflammatory effects these items unleash. Over time, the absence of vital nutrients gnaws away at your bones, leaving them fragile and your muscles feeble. Even the simplest strolls transform into arduous tasks, as steps that should be effortless morph into insurmountable obstacles. Strangely enough, this decline can be traced back to the very cheese that graces your toast. To stave off this creeping malaise, consider swapping out those processed varieties for fresher, less tainted options like ricotta, cottage cheese, or farmer's cheese. And brace yourself, for we are on the brink of uncovering a chilling revelation in this health wisdom video. The connection to your cheese is just the beginning. Beware, for lurking ahead are the two most treacherous vitamins for your legs. 7. Industrial ice creams. Though they may seem like innocent treats on sweltering days, these concoctions pose a grave threat to leg health, especially after the age of 60. Packed with empty calories and inflammatory agents, they are rife with saturated fats and alarming amounts of refined sugar. This perilous diet triggers blood sugar surges followed by swift crashes, jeopardizing the stability of your muscular energy. The result? Weak, heavy legs that are all too easily overwhelmed by fatigue. Ice creams, especially those of lower quality, contain saturated fats that can negatively impact the cardiovascular system. This can hinder the flow of oxygenated blood to the body's extremities, such as the legs, leading to sensations of numbness, tingling, and even chronic cramps. Over time, this lack of proper circulation can result in muscle weakness, decreased mobility, and a higher risk of falls. While we may think we are simply indulging ourselves, industrial ice creams also include artificial colors, emulsifiers, and thickeners that can exacerbate inflammation in the body. This underlying inflammation is a significant contributor to damage in joint and muscle tissues. Regularly consuming these products can lead to digestive and hormonal issues that affect the absorption of essential nutrients necessary for muscle growth. Without adequate nutrition, the body struggles to maintain stability and strength over time. Additionally, these foods lack real nutritional benefits. Packed with empty calories, they do not aid in muscle building, tissue repair, or joint nourishment. Consequently, even while enjoying these treats, one may continue to feel fatigued, and this sensation may even worsen later. The effects on the legs are evident: diminished firmness, increased daily discomfort, and lower tolerance for physical activity. Each bite diminishes the body's chance to fortify itself. Note: chocolates, whether enjoyed as a dessert or a midday snack, are a staple in many people's diets. However, their frequent consumption can lead to more significant consequences than one might expect, particularly for individuals over 60. High in sugar and saturated fat, these chocolates can trigger inflammatory processes that directly affect joints and muscles. Elevated glucose levels paired with low-quality fats lead to a heavy metabolic burden, contributing to a gradual loss of muscular strength. The low cocoa content found in most milk chocolates adds to the problem. Since cocoa is rich in beneficial antioxidants, the majority of commercially available chocolates are heavily processed, filled with preservatives and artificial sweeteners. These additives not only harm the liver and pancreas, but also interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients crucial for muscle health. Consequently, this results in weary legs that lack vitality, making them more prone to discomfort and stiffness. The simple sugars present in these chocolates are absorbed quickly, triggering insulin spikes that drain muscular energy. But for those already battling to preserve lean muscle mass, this instability can be devastating. Additionally, the consumption of milk chocolate is often linked to weight gain around the abdomen, which further exacerbates the strain on the lower limbs. This ongoing burden leads to the deterioration of knee, hip, and ankle joints. However, healthier alternatives can still offer moments of joy. Dark chocolates with higher cocoa content are rich in antioxidants and flavonoids that enhance circulation and support muscle function. When consumed in moderation, these options can even promote vascular health. The essence lies in making informed choices regarding selection and portion sizes, always maintaining a sense of balance and awareness. Health Wisdom is dedicated to guiding you and making these crucial dietary decisions for improved mobility. Canned foods, while convenient, often contain a multitude of ingredients that can pose serious risks to leg health as we age. Many are laden with chemical preservatives like sodium benzoate and nitrites, along with artificial colors and excessive saltine. Health Wisdom remains committed to assisting you in navigating these dietary choices for better mobility. While they offer undeniable convenience, canned foods harbor a multitude of ingredients that pose a grave threat to leg health as one ages. Many of these products are laden with chemical preservatives like sodium benzoate and nitrites, alongside artificial colors, excessive salt, and other harmful substances. These agents are notorious for their inflammatory properties, wreaking havoc on both muscle and vascular health. When consumed frequently, they hinder muscle regeneration and obstruct the vital oxygenation of tissues. The surplus of salt found in these canned items fosters fluid retention, a primary culprit behind the sensation of heavy, aching legs. This retention not only inflicts discomfort, but may also signal dire issues such as poor circulation and tissue inflammation, particularly in individuals grappling with hypertension, a common affliction after the age of 60. The situation deteriorates further as the added salt places undue strain on the cardiovascular system, impairing the delivery of essential nutrients to the muscles. Moreover, the declining nutritional quality of canned foods is a deeply troubling aspect. Even canned meats and vegetables undergo processes that strip away their natural nutrients, leaving behind a diet that is deficient in vital minerals and vitamins, yet saturated with toxins that the body must tirelessly work to expel. This metabolic burden drains energy and undermines muscular performance, making your diet a more significant contributor to persistent fatigue and leg weakness than you might suspect. Additionally, while present in small amounts, aluminum from certain cans can accumulate within the body over time. Research indicates that the regular consumption of meals stored in metal containers may inflict damage on the neurological system and muscular function, heightening the risk of falls, instability, and gradual deterioration. A peril not worth the gamble when other options abound. For those who wish to preserve their mobility, steering clear of canned goods and opting for fresh, frozen, or naturally preserved alternatives is a crucial first step. Cooking with authentic ingredients, devoid of synthetic additives, can yield almost immediate improvements in well-being. This choice not only safeguards your independence, but also enhances your quality of life as time goes on. If you think that only industrialized meals harm your legs, there is much more to uncover. Soon, Health Wisdom will unveil the 2 most perilous vitamins for muscle health, and the revelations about these supplements may leave you stunned. Many people indulge in filled cookies and processed snacks, but after the age of 60, these treats can significantly accelerate the loss of leg strength. These foods are true adversaries to the body, laden with artificial substances such as dyes, flavorings, preservatives, and stabilizers. They not only irritate the body but also place undue stress on vital organs like the liver and kidneys, directly hindering circulation and the absorption of essential nutrients for muscle health. These items are deficient in minerals, proteins, and fiber, yet they are high in calories, offering a surplus of energy with little nourishment. This is especially detrimental for the elderly, as the body becomes less efficient at retaining nutrients compared to youth. A more nutrient-dense and functional diet is essential to counteract the natural muscle mass decline that accompanies aging. Consuming foods rich in sugar, hydrogenated fats, and salt only accelerates this deterioration, leaving a lingering sense of loss and helplessness in the face of time's relentless march. This kind of synthetic fat is considered one of the primary inflammatory agents in contemporary diets. They not only obstruct arteries, but also impede the flow of oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to the muscles. Insufficient blood supply to the leg muscles can lead to discomfort, fatigue, and occasionally unsteady legs. Although the deterioration occurs gradually, it often goes unnoticed. Additionally, the high sodium content in these foods leads to fluid retention, exacerbating lower limb swelling. Swollen legs are a clear sign of an underlying issue. A poor diet, coupled with impaired circulation, creates ideal conditions for the development of varicose veins, chronic pain, and a feeling of heaviness while walking. All of this can originate from seemingly innocuous snacks. These cookies and snacks also trigger spikes in glucose levels, fluid retention, and worsening lower limb swelling are evident signs of a problem. A poor diet combined with compromised circulation fosters an environment conducive to varicose veins, chronic pain, and a sensation of heaviness during movement. This may all arise from snacks that appear harmless. These cookies and snacks can also lead to glucose spikes followed by rapid declines, weakening the body and creating an insatiable hunger for more food. This detrimental cycle diminishes muscular energy and encourages weight gain. The more you depend on such products, the more your capacity to maintain strong, healthy, and functional legs declines. Replacing them with natural bars can significantly change this scenario. Health Wisdom offers insights that can transform your life. Don't forget to subscribe for more essential health information. Lastly, monosodium glutamate is prevalent in a variety of industrialized foods, from ready-made seasonings to instant noodles, meat broths, packet soups, and many frozen meals. While meant to improve the taste of food, this additive's impact on the human body reaches far beyond mere flavor. For individuals over 60, the consistent consumption of monosodium can be especially detrimental, particularly to leg muscles. Monosodium interferes with essential neurotransmitters that regulate muscle contractions through the nervous system. Those who are more sensitive to this substance may suffer from muscle pain, headaches, tingling sensations, and an overwhelming sense of fatigue. When these symptoms occur in the legs, they can lead to feelings of heaviness, stiffness, and even slight tremors. As one ages, the situation deteriorates as the body becomes more vulnerable to excitotoxic chemicals that harm neurons. Additionally, monosodium glutamate leads to chronic inflammation in the body, impacting joints, muscles, and blood vessels. This inflammation hinders muscle function and blood circulation in the limbs. Poorly oxygenated legs significantly heighten the risk of muscle weakness, cramping, and loss of mobility. Many foods that contain monosodium are also high in sodium, which exacerbates fluid retention and swelling in the legs. Furthermore, this additive disrupts energy metabolism, changing how muscles utilize glucose. This inefficiency diminishes muscle strength, making even simple tasks like climbing stairs or walking short distances feel daunting. Over time, such a diet may lead to a decline in muscle mass and an increased reliance on others for everyday activities. Unfortunately, many individuals remain oblivious to their regular intake of monosodium, as product labels often conceal it under various names like flavor enhancer, hydrolyzed protein, yeast extract, and other technical jargon that masks its true impact. Thus, the aim should be to opt for natural flavors such as fresh herbs, garlic, onion, lemon, and olive oil, steering clear of ultra-processed foods and artificial seasonings. Health Insights reveal 2 vitamins that, when consumed in excess, may jeopardize your leg strength. The first is excessive vitamin. This vitamin is crucial for various bodily functions, such as vision, immune response, and maintaining skin health. However, an overabundance of vitamin A, especially from supplements, can be detrimental and lead to several adverse effects, including impacts on leg muscles. As individuals age past 60, the body's ability to metabolize and eliminate excess vitamin A diminishes, raising the risk of accumulation in the liver and joints. Muscle pain, particularly in the legs and back, is one of the most prevalent symptoms of hypervitaminosis A, which occurs due to excessive vitamin A inflaming muscle tissues. This discomfort may be mistaken for joint or spinal issues. In addition to pain, signs of muscle weakness, challenges with climbing stairs, walking, or getting up from a seated position clearly suggest a disrupted nutritional balance. As vitamin A also interferes with the absorption of other essential minerals, such as magnesium and calcium. Without these minerals, muscles struggle to contract and relax effectively, leading to fatigue, spasms, and leg cramps. Moreover, the buildup of vitamin A in the liver can hinder energy production, further affecting muscle function. Consequently, this can result in a gradual decrease in mobility and strength. Another negative consequence of excess vitamin A is bone demineralization, particularly in the legs and hips, which weakens bones and raises the risk of fractures. An overabundance of vitamin A brings about another troubling consequence: the demineralization of bones, particularly in the legs and hips that bear the weight of our daily lives. This deterioration weakens the bones, heightening the risk of fractures. For individuals suffering from osteopenia or osteoporosis, the repercussions can be devastating. Therefore, vitamin supplements should only be taken under the careful supervision of a healthcare professional and in strictly controlled doses. The dangers of self-medication often lead to these hidden issues. Naturally, vitamin A is found in foods like liver, egg yolk, whole milk, carrots, and pumpkin, and a well-rounded diet can often negate the need for supplements. The risk begins with excess, especially in fortified products or potent supplements. It is crucial to monitor total intake from all sources, including multivitamins. Similarly, while excess vitamin D is frequently recommended for the elderly to support bone health and immune function, many remain unaware of its potential for harm, particularly to the legs. Hypervitaminosis D, which arises from excessive supplementation, occurs when this vitamin builds up in the body. Muscle pain is one of the most prominent symptoms of this imbalance, often accompanied by weakness and a loss of motor coordination. Unlike other vitamins that the body can easily eliminate, vitamin D is fat-soluble and accumulates in fat tissues. An excess of vitamin D can lead to elevated blood calcium levels, known as hypercalcemia, which manifests as leg stiffness, muscle burning, cramps, joint pain, and other distressing symptoms. Hypercalcemia adversely affects muscles and nerves, disrupting the electrical signals that guide our movements. Furthermore, an overabundance of vitamin D can lead to unnecessary calcification of soft tissues, including muscles and tendons, adding to the burden of those already suffering. This suggests that regions such as the knees, calves, and thighs may grow increasingly rigid, losing their flexibility and becoming a source of discomfort during physical exertion. What should serve as a protective element instead transforms into a harbinger of wear and constraint. Elderly individuals consuming high doses of vitamin D without medical oversight face a heightened risk of encountering these ominous issues. Even more troubling is the fact that excessive vitamin D can inflict harm on the kidneys, the very organs tasked with maintaining the delicate balance of minerals in the blood. The consequences of poor filtration and substance retention manifest as worsening leg swelling, muscle pain, and a pervasive sense of weakness. This sets off a sinister cycle. Increased vitamin D leads to elevated calcium levels, diminished kidney function, and escalating muscle troubles. Vitamin D supplementation must always be customized based on laboratory evaluations and professional guidance. Many mistakenly believe that supplements are universally beneficial, leading them to consume excessive amounts on their own. However, an excess can be just as perilous as a deficiency. In terms of the legs, this can culminate in a devastating loss of mobility and autonomy. Subscribe to Health Wisdom, designed to guide you toward a healthier existence with an enhanced quality of life. If you wish to keep receiving our most valuable health insights, please subscribe now. Our mission is to assist you. The video currently playing on your screen unveils the